On the crossroads facing GM and Chrysler, and tomorrow's the day that they have to sell Washington on their long-term survival plans, and the new administration is making plans of its own. Automotive analyst Lauren Fix has been along for the ride, a long, wild, unsettling ride for years now. I should probably say she joins me now with her view on the road ahead. Lauren, first of all, what do you think about the fact that, because we heard all these rumors, oh, it's going to be a car czar, going to be a car czar. Now it's going to be this task force led by Treasury Secretary Geithner. Good news, bad news, good move?
Certainly better than a car czar. I was absolutely against that. I even put that in my blog. Please, no car czar before one person makes a decision that we're all driving beige, boring cars and no more fun vehicles, because we like our cars.
Okay, but fun vehicles, I mean, we're in a time now where they've got to be, we've got to be going green on so many levels, or we're just going to continue to take the companies and our economy into the tank.
Well, it's not just about going green. I think that's the problem. The government assumes that we all want hybrid cars. They're assuming we all want to go green, and that's not necessarily the case.
It's not true at all.
No, I don't want a green car. Many people don't. I mean, I like a car that gets great fuel efficiency, but I want to have something fun. I want a convertible, or whatever my needs are. I want to be able to have that. And if I have one person making the decision who doesn't have experience with the auto industry, who doesn't have marketing experience, or even communicates with the consumer, then that's a disaster. And I'm hoping this task force is a better choice, but I'm concerned when you see EPA and you've got all these government, panels and councils that are all based on the environment and energy. I'm just hoping that they don't tell us what we want and we can tell them what we want to drive.
All right, and I did ask you the question, what would you recommend if indeed you were on this task force? And you're kind of tackling one of the points that you made, and that is find out what the consumers want. Yes, there's talk about hybrids and going green and making cars that are more economically sound, but you're right. I mean, bottom line, gas prices go down, people are going to want their SUVs and their big vans and their convertibles that can suck up a lot of money, especially if you drive a Mustang. But anyway, it's a whole other story. So, but there's going to have to be a happy medium. How do they do that?
Well, first off, they have to find out what the consumer needs, and then they need people that have expertise in manufacturing. And that's what kills me when you look at a company like Chrysler, and they've got 7 product lines that sell and that actually make them money. Why are we carrying the other product lines? If you and I owned anything else, and even if you made hamburgers, McDonald's is smart enough to know that if they have 5 product lines that sell, they keep those product lines and they get rid of the rest. And this has always been the problem. We know that Saturn has issues, Hummer has issues, Pontiac, you look at the Chrysler line, they have issues. I mean, and even Ford is trying to pare down what they have and use what's called a global platform, which means what chassis they're using in Europe and other places, let's use it here in the U.S. as well. Maybe we'll modify the interior or the exterior look, but the bottom line result is that you'll get a car that is safe, it's been sorted out, and you don't have to worry about warranty and safety issues, which we can always get under control if there's one global platform. And Ford's already started doing that with the Edge and the Flex and the Fusion and the Taurus, so they're starting to try and do that. And I know that General Motors is also trying to do the same thing. I'm a little concerned about Chrysler and their merger with Fiat, but we don't know all the details yet.
All right, I know something else that you would say this task force is that you've got to restructure your deals with the unions. And here's such a huge sticking point, because do these companies go for more taxpayer dollars and give a break to employees, or do employees not need to come forward and say, hey, I'll give you a certain part of my salary, I'll go ahead and take cuts in retirement, I'll go ahead and take cuts in benefit? I mean, both situations don't look good. So how do you find a happy medium there?
Well, I had said in the past, but I guess it's not going to work out so well. It would be nice if the oil manufacturers were the ones that were funding the car industry, because there is a relationship there. But obviously, they don't want to give up all their tons of profits. But having the government continue to bail out these companies is going to get very expensive for us as the consumer. It's going to cost us in each car that we buy. It's going to cost us in our taxes. And like you, I don't want to pay any more in taxes. I think I pay plenty as it is.
And at the same time, you don't want the struggling, worker at the plant to have to take a hit in retirement or benefits or salary just because these big companies, blew all their money on big bonuses.
Well, that's part of it, but I think they made some poor choices and they moved too slowly. If General Motors, they're saying that if they can't come to an agreement with the government, they might go Chapter 11, which means they would reorganize. If that's the case, that could be very detrimental to the UAW, who's been trying to say, we've got workers here, they did their job for you, and if you look at their perspective, they expect their benefits. And that's the sticking point they're having right now. Who's going to pay for these health care benefits? These people are living a long time. Someone's got to fund the bill, and that they did their part of the deal, and now it's the manufacturers have to do their end, and that's going to cost somebody money somewhere. So they're going to have to be cutting back in areas of production, in areas of people, and unfortunately, until they pare down some of the content that they're offering consumers, I don't think there's going to be much change.
All right, well, we're following all these restructuring deals that they have to bring into Washington tomorrow.
Should be exciting.
Yeah, definitely. We're following it. Thanks so much, Lauren.
Thank you, Kara.